Tractor Power fans. I'm at the 2020 National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're going to visit with Chris from Bunning. And Bunning makes some very impressive spreaders. I've had a chance to film some in Western Kentucky where I live, and I'm excited about an opportunity to talk about the whole range of these heavy-duty spreaders. So Chris, what can you tell us about Bunning? What do we need to know?
Well, Bunning have been going since 1906, an English company, and we started making manure spreaders in 1987, and we started selling in North America in 2003. So, and to be able to supply the market, we've had to find a manufacturer in the US, and we use Norwood Manufacturing, and they're based in Fargo, North Dakota. And they're making the Widebody 380 HD, right down to a little Farmstar 8-ton machine.
So the Widebody is the spreader I've been able to see spreading chicken litter, and that's a really impressive machine. What can you tell us about that? I mean, I'm just amazed growing up watching just a regular manure spreader, and then you see these, the capacity to have, and the throw pattern. I know that I think they throw about 60 feet, and I know that when I filmed them, I had to really back up because it would keep on bouncing across the field.
Yeah, those spinning discs on that spinner deck that you were seeing, just over 3 foot wide in diameter, and have 2 large paddles on there, and they're spinning at 520 RPM. So that's what propels the material at such a good distance. The other thing that's good about the Bunning is that the end gate is strong enough to use as a grading device, and the floor chain system with the slats will always pull material underneath the door, so that controls your application rate.
Well, maybe we can take a look back here at the spreader. You can see the end gate, and this is a pretty good sized one too.
Yeah, well, this is a new model we're just launching at the show. We've realised that farmers in America don't all have big payloaders and telescopic handlers like we do in Europe, and so we've been asked for machines that they can load with a skid steer, a front end loader. So this new model is 7'3" high for the loading height, and it's 670 cubic feet heaped up. So we've had a lot of interest at the show, and getting inquiries from all over the States. So, around the back we've got the same augers in it as the Widebody 380.
Okay.
Well, the water.
So these are made of hardened boron, so it's heated up until it's red hot, 1,000 degrees centigrade, and it is formed in a press and then cooled off to temperate. So these augers will always stay in their original form, and they can cope with cars and rocks and concrete.
I'm sure there'd be quite something to see a car come out through this.
And so these are the same chains in the floor as the 380 HD. They're, I'm going to say a metric measurement now, 20 millimeters thick, and they've got a 55-ton lifting certificate.
That's a really heavy-duty looking chain there.
Yep. And we've got a poly floor in there as well, which copes really well with the North American manures, which get a bit sticky from the field.
So one of the interesting things about the Bunning spreader is you can see these beaters that spread everything, but there are other uses for this besides just spreading.
Yep. We supply all the machines in North America with lift-off beaters. So just undo these bolts, hook it here, and you can lift the whole back end off.
Okay.
And then you can order silage extension sides and use the spreaders for a silage wagon.
And so then you've got your end gate, which just open that up and run your silage out the back.
That's right. And the flotation's really good. People like that on their silage fields. Get less compaction than perhaps some lorry trailers or semi-trailers that you guys use.
Sure. It's a good dual-use machine, cut costs, and I'm going to have to track one of those down, and it'd be nice to see it getting filled up with silage.
Yeah, there should be quite a few working in Iowa this coming season. On this new model, we've developed a new rocking beam to be able to get the height down for loading. It's compact design. We've also managed to allow for a weigh cell, so customers can order these machines scale ready, like this one, or we can fit scales at the factory or afterwards, and then you've got a full isobus weigh cell system.
Well, that's great for knowing how much product you're spreading or how much silage you're carrying out of the field.
Yeah, it's become really important over here in some areas where there's waterways. Farmers are being asked not to spread near runoff, and the GPS system can record where you've spread, so you can prove you haven't spread in an area where you've been restricted on. So that's a good system.
And then I guess up front you've got your PTO drive and everything for the and the hitch.
So the apron is powered by a gearbox.
Okay.
So that's using hydraulics from the tractor. So it's a reduction gearbox, hydraulic motor with a cross-line relief valve. So this protects the floor system. It will blow off back to the tractor if something gets jammed in the body. So that's driving the apron, and then we're using the tractor's PTO shaft to drive the beaters.
So what would a recommended horsepower rating be to run a spreader of this size?
A spreader this size depends a bit on the terrain that you're farming on. So on the flat you would probably only need 200 horsepower, but if you've got some hilly ground that you need to pull all that weight up, we'd say minimum 250.
Okay.
300 you would be possible.
Well, it's definitely a good size spreader to utilize the horsepower of today's tractors. Get a lot of ground covered.
Yep.
So this spreader can spread cow manure, chicken litter, any other applications, or?
We've got guys spreading biosolids, solid waste, and lime, municipal lime, and dry lime, composts. Just about anything you want to put in it, we can spread it. And
what kind of width, spreading width, can you get out of this?
Depending on the density of the material, but anything from 40 feet to probably 30 feet, as it is like this with just the augers on.
Okay.
And then when you put the spinner deck on, you're then getting up to your 80 feet spread widths. So.
Making it hard for me to film them.
Yeah.
You really gotta watch where everything's flying.
You need to get up in an airplane or
that's right.
a drone. So yeah, they're doing a great job with all the different products that you guys have got here in North America. So we're hopefully providing all the kit that you need.
And if people want to learn more about the Bunning products and the options, where's the best place to go?
Okay, the website's www.gtbunning.com, and then you can follow us on Facebook, BUNNING Spreaders North America.
Okay, and I think you're on Instagram as well?
Oh yeah, we're on Instagram too, and that's BUNNING_Spreaders.
Well, Chris, thank you very much for the tour of the products, and I'm looking forward to catching more of these out in the field.
Thank you.
Thank you.